Imagine holding an ordinary, 25-cent coin in the palm of your hand, completely unaware that a chaotic mechanical blunder at the mint turned that exact piece of metal into a hidden masterpiece worth thousands of dollars. Welcome back to Coins Heritage, your ultimate sanctuary for unlocking the intense psychological thrills, the deep historical mysteries, and the massive hidden fortunes waiting inside everyday pocket change. Today, we are pointing our digital lens at a fascinating year of cultural rebirth and extreme industrial speed as we dive into the gorgeous design, the soaring auction values, the exact hidden errors, and the step-by-step blueprint on how to cash in on the iconic 1977 D Washington quarter. To truly understand the psychological obsession that drives elite buyers into a bidding frenzy over this issue, we must first travel back in time to the history of 1977. The United States was experiencing a massive cultural shift. Star Wars was shattering box office records in theaters, Apple was incorporating to launch the home computer revolution, and the U.S. Mint was facing a historic hangover. For the previous 2 years, the Mint had frozen the dates on all quarters to strike the famous dual-dated 1776-1976 bicentennial design. By the time 1977 arrived, the public had hoarded billions of those special colonial drummer boy quarters, causing a severe shortage of regular currency. Deep within the high-security fortress walls of the Denver Mint, engineers were under immense pressure to immediately flood the economy with the regular design, pushing their massive iron stamping presses to dangerous, breakneck speeds. In this frantic, high-pressure environment, the Denver facility slammed out over 256 million quarters using John Flanagan classic design architecture. The front showcases the timeless, deep relief profile of George Washington, paired with the return of the standard 1977 date and the sharp capital letter D Mint mark stamped proudly behind Washington's hair braids. Flipping this beauty over reveals the majestic, spread-winged American eagle perched upon a bundle of arrows, framed by 2 delicate olive branches. Because these coins were minted by the hundreds of millions to keep American commerce alive, a standard worn, heavily scratched 1977 D pocket find is incredibly common today, and only worth its basic face value of 25 cents. However, because the copper nickel-clad composition, a pure copper core sandwiched between outer layers of copper and nickel, is incredibly soft, the vast majority of these coins were instantly covered in ugly bag marks and heavy friction lines. Finding a 1977 D quarter that completely bypassed circulation and perfectly preserved its original, blazing satin white mint luster is an absolute statistical miracle. While an ordinary uncirculated copy is cheap, a virtually flawless, museum-grade Mint State 67 Plus masterpiece completely stunned the entire numismatic world at a major public auction, selling for a staggering $4,312 due to its absolute perfection. But the real adrenaline rush for treasure hunters lies in hunting down the spectacular factory blunders born from that rapid production pace. The absolute holy grail for this year is a legendary transitional wrong planchet error. During the frantic transition away from the bicentennial era, a few special 40% silver planchets intended for collector sets were accidentally left behind in the heavy mechanical hopper bins. When the high-pressure presses slammed down, they struck the 1977 D design onto genuine 40% silver blanks, creating a legendary error that can fetch upwards of $5,000. Collectors also aggressively search for the 1977 D double dia verse, which shows clear mechanical thickness and secondary outlines on the phrase, "In God We Trust," alongside dramatic off-center strikes and deep die caps where the coin stuck to the press and was smashed multiple times. If you happen to discover one of these spectacular treasures hiding in your collection, knowing how to sell it is the absolute key to unlocking its maximum financial potential. Never attempt to clean, scrub, or polish the coin, as any chemical alteration will completely destroy its original surface texture and erase up to 90% of its collector value instantly. For rare varieties or pristine specimens, your first critical step is to have the piece professionally evaluated and authenticated by a trusted third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC to guarantee its exact grade and protect its delicate surfaces in a tamper-evident plastic holder. Once certified, you can capture high-resolution macro photography under bright lighting and list your coin on specialized numismatic platforms, connect with verified coin dealers, or submit it to premier public auction houses where wealthy collectors actively compete in aggressive bidding wars. If you think you are holding one of these rare 1977 D Washington quarters, protect it instantly in a safe archival holder, and let me know in the comments if your quarter passes the silver edge test. If you want to keep finding hidden wealth in your spare change, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!